This week is the perfect time to catch a movie with so many people out of work or your kids off of school. Joining us now is film critic Lonita Cook to break down 3 awesome movies, and we have a little sneak peek at another one, but let's start with The Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman. This is going to be your best movie-going experience, I think, for the holiday season. It is amazing. You know that I love Hugh Jackman, and yeah. I had only seen him briefly in like his musical roles. I was incredibly impressed here. Fans of his musical work, they're gonna love this. They're gonna love this. And it's a biographical musical about P.T. Barnum, right? Yes. And Zac Efron is in it, going back to his musical roots. Yes. He's lovely. People in my generation who kind of watched him grow up and then maybe transitioned into some more questionable roles are gonna be very happy to see him back in this. I don't want him, I just want him to keep moving forward here because this was perfect. He was amazing. I can't say enough. Zendaya was fantastic. Zendaya looks incredible in this movie. Her role looks like she's embraced it, and she has just done a phenomenal job. And I'm enjoying that she's like becoming a super role model for teens. I'm digging it. That's awesome. So that's a good one for the whole family. Absolutely. Next up, we have Pitch Perfect 3. Pitch Perfect 3. I read a review in which it said one of the best performances was the performance of boredom by Anna Kendrick. She looked bored. I'm going to tell you. I love her. This movie, I think teens are still going to have a good time. For me, I don't think that the movie picked up until the end of the second act, which is very, very late. But then it gets really great, and then it spirals into the credits, and you don't want it to end. So this is an extremely mixed review. The music's okay for me until the end. The performances are okay. The story is just not there. Is it just the same thing recycled for a third time? Yeah, and it's a little odd. They're kind of on army bases around the world, and it's a little odd, but because of the humor and kind of the raunch fest, like you can get into it. You let it slide. Right, the raunch fest. So this one is no more tame than the other ones. Not. Okay. Number 3 is the one that we want to briefly mention because it has a KC native, Jason Sudeikis, in it. Jason Sudeikis. Downsizing, which also stars Matt Damon and Kristen Wiig. Yeah, this is not one that I've seen yet. I'm very excited to see it, but I saw, you know, I'm a concept girl, so when I see this brilliant premise, I'm like, I have to see this. So it's about this guy and his wife who decide to go small. Like they decide to turn themselves into 5-inch tall people. That's right, but then it's an irreversible procedure. He does it, and then he gets a phone call from his wife, and she decided not to do it. So he's 5 inches tall, and they're doing this to save the world and save the environment because they say you can use less resources. And that's right. Your $10,000 is like $1 million when you're little. So I'm excited. It looks interesting. It looks very interesting. I don't know where they're going to go because it could be a total disaster. Right. It does sound like it could be either way. The 4th movie, Jumanji. Yes. Which I know my little boy wants to see it badly. He loves The Rock. Okay. Has he seen the original? No, and neither have I. Neither? Okay. Okay. So if you haven't seen the original and you didn't love the original Jumanji, then you'll have a good time because they've done some really cool stuff with the concept and you can get into it. But if you loved the original, then you're gonna maybe find this one a little bit soulless. The original was very layered and fun and imaginative and kind of psyched your mind. This one is not that way. It's just it's just cool. It's fun. You know, you got The Rock, you got Kevin Hart. Jack Black is amazing. Jack Black is so funny. He walks onto the screen and I start giggling. Yeah, because you don't know what he's going to do. He's one of my faves. So the premise of this is there's a bunch of high school kids who stumble into a video game and then they have to become their avatars. That's right. So whatever their avatar is what they have to live like now. It's what and the avatar kind of represents a challenge, who they wish they could be, or maybe who they should be. The avatar itself kind of teaches the lesson as they pursue this mission. So Lonita, movies are expensive. Everyone knows that, to go to the movies. You have to pick one out of these 4. Which one do you pick? Greatest Showman, all day long. Greatest Showman. Lonita Cook, thank you. Thank you. And now you know.